So Afraid is like we wrote the song right before the coronavirus really hit. So it was like the last song that I ever wrote.
That's our Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree just fell over in the corner.
Right, thank you so much for coming back through, James.
Yo, bro, it's an absolute pleasure.
Well, since More Than Friends, every year you've dropped an original. Whether it was More Than Friends 2017, 2018, No Drama, 2019, I Was Loving You, now Afraid 2020.
Afraid.
Is it? Are we going to expect one for 2021 as well? Or?
Do you know what? Right. I mean, let me be totally honest. Every year I try and put out more than one record, and every year I end up putting out one record. But, so yeah, while I'm standing here, I want to say like, yeah, next year I'm going to drop 3 records, but like realistically, you'll get at least one. That's what I'll hold myself to.
Perfect. I mean, obviously you're dropping loads of different remixes as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like What's Poppin' just released, and Sicko Mode, Tomorrowland 2019, like one of the most played tracks there.
Yeah,
I just love them, man.
Remixes are easy for me.
I know, and you said 2 years ago you'll never stop, and well, you're definitely not going to stop.
They flow out of me, bro. Like I can remix in my sleep.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So let's talk about Afraid, which just dropped in September, right?
Yeah.
What's the story behind it?
So Afraid is like we wrote the song right before the coronavirus really hit. So it was like the last song that I ever wrote.
That's our Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree just fell over in the corner. So yeah, Afraid was the. Can you compose yourself? So Afraid was the last song that I wrote with real people before coronavirus. Do you know what I mean? Like in the room with real people. It's a pretty special song. I think like it was written by me, Rob Harvey, and HARLEE, and we were all kind of getting a lot of emotion off our chest while we were writing it. So there's a lot of like realness in the song. Brilliant. And then we kind of combined the deep, meaningful lyrics with like the uplifting vibe. And when we were putting it together, we wanted to create something that felt like a Swedish House Mafia song or something like that. Like don't you worry, child. We kind of wanted that vibe from it, and yeah, I think we successfully got a bit of that across.
Brilliant. I mean, that is great. How did the collaboration with HARLEE come about? Do you know from a while back? Or
so yeah, me and HARLEE, we'd worked on a couple of songs before Afraid. I can't remember how we were first introduced. HARLEE's one of the good ones.
Okay, just flowing. It was honestly great. I remember when it dropped. I saw you obviously announcements coming up, and it was Friday morning. I looked at my phone. I was like, here it is. I messaged our music manager, like, mate, here's an absolute banger. He was like, bro, A-list already, straight away. It was straight in there. I was like, it's just great.
Thank you, man.
Great. Talking of remixes as well, do you have any we can sort of expect any sort of names of remixes that might be coming out very soon?
Anything that's coming out very soon? Oh, I just did one for. There's one for Icon of Pop and Sophie Tucker. That's coming out. Oh, I don't know the date, but it was delivered a couple of weeks ago, so that's coming out very soon. I've got a couple that literally dropped in December. There's Vi's Never Let Me Down, James Hype remix. That's one of the best ones I've done this year, 100%. And then Why Don't We Falling, James Hype remix, that came out at the start of December. Yeah, that's pretty good as well, if I do say so myself. DJ Solo and Freak. Can't remember the name of the song. James Hype remix that came out about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I've had a lot of.
That's brilliant.
I've actually got a playlist on Spotify called James Hype Releases, and that literally just has all the stuff with my name on it. That's on Spotify in one place. Yeah.
Can you still get to your studio? Because I know you live away from your studio, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we're in the UK. We're allowed to travel if we can't work from home. So
okay, great.
And my home, being in London, is quite a small flat, so I can't really make music from home. So yeah, I am still going to the studio just by myself.
It's not that small. I mean, I've been watching all the live streams. That's the most consistent live streamer. I've never seen a DJ like you, bro. You've 4 decks in the mix at the same time. Bro, does anyone else do that? No,
they nobody don't. Does that, bro. People use 4 decks. People use 4 decks, and they'll use them one at a time, 2 at a time. I use 4 at a time,
And it's mad. You always put the 4 fingers up as well. Like, here we go. We know it's going down. We know it's going down. But I mean, I haven't seen anybody though who has been doing it really. Like, I know Wednesday's one of the days, and Saturday, Sunday, but like 3 times a week, every single week for the past few months. I'm like,
yeah, bro. No, it's been nearly a year, mate. It's been nearly a year. We actually tried to calculate how many streams me and Gucci, we tried to calculate how many streams we've done the other day, and it's nearly 100. And that's like at least 2 hours on every stream. So yeah, we've put the work in, man. But it pays off. Like it's great fun because we're interacting with real people all over the world as we're doing it, and it's brilliant, bro. Like from my perspective, it's better than some club shows. Because I've got 1,000, 2,000 people in front of me, and they're all the biggest James Hype fans in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas, where else could you go to a club and only play to your super fans? You couldn't.
Exactly.
So
I saw you talking about
brilliant.
that in the webinar as well, and that it's crazy. It's so true though. There's never that space where they're solely just you can play what you want to play because they know that's what they're for.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the fire emojis in the chat. I love that.
In the chat, yeah.
Fire in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go.
Brilliant. Now, you've also done something really cool, a portable DJ booth, The Box.
The Box.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What's going on?
Let me just start off by saying The Box is not a burger van. It is not, people on YouTube, they're calling it all sorts. They're like, James, when are you bringing the burger van to I'm sorry? The burger van. It's not a burger van, bro. It might have a slight resemblance to some sort of trailer that someone may serve food out of the back of. However, that's not what it's for. So yeah, if you haven't seen The Box already, basically, when they closed all of the nightclubs in the UK and Europe earlier in 2020, I was like, how am I going to DJ without nightclubs? And obviously, after a few months of no nightclubs, we were like looking for solutions. And yeah, we thought, well, what if we build a DJ booth that we can take to various places? Because as you've already pointed out, I do a lot of DJing in my apartment, but that gets kind of boring after a while, doesn't it? So it's like, how can we get out of the apartment but still respect the coronavirus rules that are in place? So yeah, we bought a used food trailer, like what you'd see at a festival.
I love it.
And yeah, with the help of a few friends, we did it up. We pimped it out.
It looks sick now.
Yeah. It started. You can watch the journey on YouTube. Like, it started out as a horrible yellow rusty coffee trailer, is what it was. Yeah. Someone used to sell coffee out of the back of it.
Is the bin still stuck in it?
The bin is not stuck, but it is still in it. And at some point, we're going to auction that bin off. But yeah, amazing. It looks like we got a company that helped us like wrap the trailer and make it look really cool, and we actually wrapped it on a live stream as well.
Yeah, I saw that one with Tita La and Rewired. Tita Lau. I keep saying it wrong, and I said to her at the start, how do I pronounce your name right? Because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Tita Lau.
Well, you had one chance to get it wrong, and we're good now, aren't we?
Hopefully. Oh, brilliant. And did security really shut you down that time?
Yes.
Actually,
yeah. Honestly,
it's what we all want to know. Is that real?
I couldn't believe that people didn't believe it, because from my perspective, I was in it, so I was like, "Well, that's real, isn't it?" And then as soon as we posted the video, all the comments are like, "That's fake. That's fake." I'm like, "What? How does this look fake?" If you didn't see this video, basically, we were filming in the box on location. We'd driven the box to a really picturesque location in London, and we tried to film a DJ set through the sunrise. Now, what we didn't know is we'd driven onto private land, and within 10 minutes of us doing the DJ set, a big team of security arrived, and they were trying to get rid of us. And there were like 6 security guards surrounding me DJing in the trailer. And yeah, people online thought it was fake.
But they came with those little cars with a little light on going, wee, wee, wee. I was like, it's just hilarious.
It would have been hard to fake that, wouldn't it?
It would. Yeah. It would have took a lot of work.
Yeah, it would.
That's a pain as well. Oh, brilliant. So you've been doing the live streams. Great job. The box, everything, it's been amazing. But you've also done a new sort of DJ course with digital DJ tips.
Yeah, man. This is one of the things that I spent my time doing during this time of no DJ gigs. I put together a course with everything that I've learned over the past 15 years as a DJ. Can you believe I've been DJing for 15 years? That's mad.
That is crazy.
I'm only 16 years old. So yeah, I started DJing so young. I put together a course alongside digital DJ tips, and I basically broke down everything that I know about how to do what I do. It's not necessarily how to be a DJ. It's kind of how to DJ in my way, because I don't DJ like everybody. Everyone has their own style.
Not at all, yeah.
I go through everything from like how I download music, how I organize my music, how I do my cue points, and then into the equipment stuff, like how I do the loops, how I cut the faders, and there's so much in it.
I know. There must be so much behind the scenes work that goes into it, because everything's so quick. It's 4 decks and a mic, acapellas going on, it's just mental, and then it's actually crazy to watch.
Well, what was mad about when we made the course is I've never really broken down what I do, because I just do it. It's like when you're driving your car, you don't think about what you're doing. You don't think, oh, now I put the indicator on. Like, it just happens, doesn't it? It's second nature.
Yeah.
And that's what DJing is for me. And when I created the course with Digital DJ Tips, those guys basically broke down what I did and then told me what I was doing. I was like, ooh, is that what I'm doing? Like,
so did they like come over and how did it sort of come about?
So,
like,
well, they'd previously done a DJ course with Laidback Luke, like,
right.
similar to what this one is. So, and they were trying to. So they emailed my manager and they were like, well, look what we did with Laidback Luke. We'd be really interested in doing this with James. And they came over to my apartment actually, which is
mad.
Yeah, which is where we filmed everything for the past 12 months. They came over to the apartment and we did 7 days with them.
Wow.
Like filming morning till night. So it was really intense.
Hardcore,
yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Like genuinely, I'm going to do it literally because I just want to see, like, it's not for beginner DJs just like, if anyone who already knows how to DJ, just to learn that extra aside, which is
exactly.
crazy.
That's kind of the point I was trying to get across. It's not like here's how to mix. It's not here's the play button. It's not stuff like that.
How to move a fader.
Yeah, it's like how to take your DJing from where you're at and then how you would advance that to where I'm at.
Mad. And how did you come about? Because you've got a signature sound style, how you do everything. How did that come about? Just trying different things, and I like this. I want to.
I think so, mate. I think one thing that maybe makes me different to some other people, I'm influenced by a lot of things outside of what I do.
Right.
Like even just down to like music I listen to, I don't really listen to the music that I make very much.
Okay.
Say somebody might compare me to I don't know, someone would compare me to a similar artist, but I probably don't listen to that artist. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
So maybe the reason that my stuff might be slightly different to someone else is just because of where I'm drawing my inspiration from.
I know, I mean, because last time you were over as well, about 2 years ago, you were saying how you normally listen to sort of urban hip hop music. That's your sort of what you love.
Yeah.
So it's not dance music at all, really. It's like which is crazy. But you can tell that from the remixes. But that's what I love, like, because I'm that sort of mix as well, where I love the sort of urban hip hop sort of rap stuff, but then the dance music as well. So to combine it together, it's just like great for clubs.
Yeah, for real, man. When
Perfect
it's done right, it's it's spot on. Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, stereo hype. Can you tell us what's going down?
Stereo hype. Well, what do you want to know? So,
everything that's going down, because you've got obviously like the record label I've seen, you've got all the merch, and there's so much sort of.
Yeah. So the idea of stereo hype initially. What was the idea of stereo? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me tell you what stereo hype is now. Okay, so stereo hype is a lifestyle brand. We do apparel, we do clothes, t-shirts, face coverings, of course.
Yeah.
What else do we do? Yeah. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. So we have a stereo hype apparel store where we sell. We've had 2 drops selling t-shirts, face coverings, stickers, etc. We sold out both times we've dropped on the store, which is really good, because a lot of people want to buy this stuff, which is obviously is really
absolutely
nice. Stereo Hype as well. It's a YouTube channel where we allow a lot of DJs to do streams, and we put out music that we think our audience is going to like on the channel. And more recently, Stereo Hype has been a record label as well. Yeah,
I was going to say, because I've seen a few drops already. Gucci with Get Money, and obviously 2x2, which is a great track. And I'm just like, that's because I saw the clothing first, and now music is just great. Honestly, it's really cool.
No, it's great, man. And we had a really big success with the first music we released as well. Like we got into the Beatport top 10 with 2 out of the 3 tracks that we released.
Mental.
And then the third one was like number 11 or 12. So yeah, we were really happy with that.
Crazy.
Brilliant.
Now, I remember summer 2019, so when Tomorrowland was happening in Europe, Perukaville, we were chatting a little bit, and you said you had some big news for 2020. But obviously that's all the festival-wise, and that's obviously sort of not happened this year because of... Do you have any news for 2021? Can we expect any festivals, any big gigs, any...
It's nobody wants to call anything at the moment, do they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the summer of 2020, my diary was incredible, but none of that happened. Not one of those gigs happened. So I think I don't really know, man. I just hope that we can see some of those moments happening again in 2021. And yeah, I just want to see the people who listen to the music face to face.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much, James Hype, for coming through once again. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. You're on holiday as well, so you're putting time into this. Thank you, man.
No, thank you for having me, mate.
Cheers. And before you go, is there any chance I can get a t-shirt?
Bro, I didn't have room in my case for your t-shirt.